So, Parul, we are live and it's over to you.
Recording in progress.
Yes, Parul, you're there?
Just a sec.
Okay, while Parul kind of gets ready, she's the host for this wonderful Authors Conclave. Good morning to everyone and welcome to the Authors Conclave, first ever organized by HSSE. And my name is Hariharan Iyer. I'm the founder creator of HSSE. And Parul, if you are ready, you can take over. Parul is my colleague and she'll be hosting this conclave for us.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, very much.
Okay. Okay, so hi everyone, good morning. A very warm welcome to each one of you for this wonderful conclave that we are having today. So we have had various kinds of conclave before in the past. We have had HR conclave and various others. This is for the first time we are having authors conclave, and all of you are author here. So I welcome you all and thank you so much for sparing your time on Sunday morning. And now I'd just like to give a brief introduction about myself. I'm Parul Tripathi. I'm a close associate of Mr. Hariharan Iyer, and we have been working together from last few years. And I'm closely associated also with LCC, which is again a learning platform wherein we are trying to create a community for learners and trainers. So yes, a short introduction about me. And now I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our dear own Mr. Hariharan Iyer. So as you all know that he's a veteran in the training industry. He's also a internationally certified trainer from Ascentive USA. He's no doubt a multifaceted personality, a Reiki teacher, holistic healing channel he provides to the people through his Reiki training workshops. And he's a community builder. He's a product innovator. He holds 3 registered trademarks. He's recipient of Rex Karamveer Chakras Awards, which is given by iCongo in association with the United Nations. He's also recipient of Excellence in Corporate Training Awards by the Trainers Camp. He's no doubt most sought after motivational speakers, content creator par excellence. He has conducted over 1,000 training workshops in India and abroad, including countries like Dubai, Nepal, and Ethiopia. He's a passionate writer, blogger, author of multiple books, passionate YouTuber with over 650 learning videos, and a developing podcaster. So great to have you, sir. And now I would hand it over to you to conduct the session further ahead.
Thank you, Parul. Thanks a lot. I'm sure all of you figured out that I have promised Parul some wonderful coffee and cake at Starbucks to give this amazing introduction. Yeah. So, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm absolutely delighted to welcome my co-authors who are on this journey of writing, along with some delegates who are also planning to write, or they have some passion for writing or for reading. So it is absolutely fantastic to have all of you. I welcome you to the very first Hariharan School of Success Education, HSSE, author conclave. We have done HR conclaves, we have done learning conclaves, but this is the first time we are organizing an authors conclave. It was very much on the agenda for quite some time, but we wanted to roll it out finally. It's also the year of giving at HSSE. We are celebrating the year of giving 2024, in which we are planning to, we have already started giving out free e-learning courses, e-books, and organizing conclaves. The first conclave we did this year was, and I talk about calendar year when I say this year. So this year we already did one conclave on how AI can be leveraged by trainers. So that is available on YouTube as a link, which was conducted by my colleague Dilip Sharma. And this time we are organizing the Authors Conclave. So the Authors Conclave is something very close to my heart. The whole idea of writing is very close to my heart. I have myself authored 10 books over the last 10 to 12 years of writing. Plus, so you can go to my website and check out what are the various books that are available. Some are available on Amazon. A couple of them are free downloads. You can download them. And around 200 blogs on LinkedIn as well as on bolharibol.blogspot.com. So where I'm coming from is in 2009, I started my entrepreneurial journey. And till then, I'm an ex-journalist. So that's where the seeds of writing were sown. So I could not write. I shifted to training as a profession in 2001. And since then, I've been into this business and profession. Till 2009, till I quit my job, I just couldn't bring myself to write a lot. I would write something, tear it off, write something, tear it off, not really get the flow of it. I think I didn't have the mental space at that point of time. But in 2009, when I started HSSE, I came out of my job. Suddenly, the writing flowed. There was an explosion. So there are few manuscripts which are still unpublished. They are still there. There's a continuous writing work that happens as far as blogging is concerned, plus YouTubing and all that. So where I'm coming from is writing is a very special skill. It's a very special talent. It's something very special. Not very many people can do it. I wish more people can write. They can journal. They can blog. But the reason we are organizing this conclave is because HSSE being a learning platform, we want to create as many learning ecosystem, as a very strong learning ecosystem for people. So we want to build HSSE as not just as a training organization, but as a platform for people to come and express themselves, as a platform for people to engage with. They can come together and give expression to that talent. And there are very few best-selling authors, and a lot of people don't write because they think they can't sell. And I think I will be talking a little bit more about that in my little session on writing as a therapy as we go along. But for the moment, it's a huge gratitude to all of you for having registered for this conclave. And thank you so much. And congratulations on getting the opportunity to speak and showcase your book. And most importantly, congratulations on taking the initiative to write. It doesn't matter whether it sells or not, how much it sells. Somebody asked me once, so who reads your books? I said, I read my books. I'm delighted to read my own books. I don't know how else reads it, but I'm very happy to keep reading my books. So I write so that I can read. Okay. So it's a completely different ball game when you are thinking about writing as a career. And it's a completely different ball game when you're thinking of writing as an expression. So I'll come to that later. And welcome to all the authors. Very, very excited to see your work. What have you done? As I said, as we have shared earlier, you've got 5 minutes to showcase your book. I hope you're carrying a copy of your book. You can show your book and talk about it, talk about the content. Why did you write the book? What was the motivation? So you might think 5 minutes is very less, but we speak 120 words a minute. So that gives you 540 words. So that's a lot of words. Okay. And maybe we can take a couple of minutes for any Q&A that might happen. Some upcoming authors have also requested for some time, which we will do once we are completed with the published authors. So once again, welcome and thank you so much for this invitation to be part of the HSSE Authors Conclave. So thank you, Parul, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Iyer. So writing a book is the perfect way to pass on our expertise, our knowledge, our experience, and it's an important part of the knowledge transfer cycle. So now I'm ecstatic to have so many authors amongst us. So as Mr. Iyer said, we are going to start with the sessions of each of the authors. So, sir, do we have any sequence or we are going in a random manner?
No, you can go random or any. So I think Chavi Mehta, she said she'll be joining a little late.
Okay.
So we can start off with anybody you feel like.
So we start, we have Amit amongst us. So Amit, are you ready?
Now that's what is called as a friendship bias. but that is fine.
Amit, you have 5 minutes for your presentation and eagerly
And
looking
Parul,
forward.
you have to time and be ruthless. And
Yes.
you have to say 1 minute to go and they have to end at 5 minutes. Okay.
So yes. So
Yeah.
Amit, your time starts now.
So thank you so much, Parul, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Hari sir, uh, for bringing this platform to all we authors, right? So before I begin and we speak about my book, a small introduction. So my name is Dr. Amit Kumar Mahato. I'm a keynote speaker and an Amazon best-selling author. I have authored 3 books: Financial Lessons Through Mythology, Leadership Lessons Through Mythology, and a non-finance book that is Happiness Magnet. I'm also known as a financial transformational coach, and I have done my training from IAPD in the year 2018, and I have done my Chartered Wealth Manager course from American Academy of Financial Management. I have almost 20 plus years of experience in the financial industry, and I'm on a mission of empowering 10 million people through financial literacy by 2040. So that's a small introduction about me. Now, when I talk about, I introduce myself as an author. If I talk, say, before a few years back, I was not thinking even. But then the lockdown came, and that was the time I got the time to interact with myself. You can say I have got enough time for myself, and that's where you can say I discovered myself, and that was the time uh, I I authored this book, Financial Lessons Through Mythology. Right. Well, before I came to the talking about the book and sharing how it came and what all things I have covered, I believe you all will be agree with me that our mythologies got great power, and being an Indian, we love our mythology, right? In fact, during the lockdown, it had been proved again, because during the lockdown only, the iconic teleserials, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, made a comeback to Doordarshan national channel, which were earlier telecasted in 80s. In spite of the many technical faults, you can say, both the serials top the TRP chart, right? So that during that period only, while watching Ramayana and Mahabharata, this was there in back of my mind, that we get the life lessons from these mythologies. So the idea came to my mind, if we can take life lessons from our mythologies, be it Ramayana or Mahabharata, why can't we take financial lessons from these mythologies? And that's how I started relating with each of the characters from both the serials, be it Bhishma, Krishna, Arjun, Karna, all those characters. And what I came to know, that even the financial lessons, the nitty-gritties of the finance, we can say, the do's and don'ts of life, the do's and don'ts, what we should do or not, we should not do while doing the financial planning, even that can be learned, right? So that's how I started writing, and over a period of time, I had enough of content, and finally, it it became a book, you can say. So being an individual investor, I always say one need to be well aware about his finances, and can be a smart investor by being up to date and the market and certain learnings. So this book is all about taking financial lessons from our mythologies and apply them in a personal financial plan. So it's available in Amazon, and it's a bestseller. So if you're really keen to know in a simple manner, to understand what we should do, what we should not do in our financial planning, one should definitely go for it. In Amazon, simply you'll have to type the name of the book, or you can search in my name, Amit Kumar Mahato, or Financial Lessons Through Mythology. it will be there. It is available in both the format, paperback as well as ebook version. Okay, so that's it. Now, if you have any questions, if you want to ask me, or if time permitted, maybe I can share one part of it. So, for example,
Yeah,
if we
Amit, give one example of how you correlate financial lessons to my.
Sure. So first of all, in this book, I have covered the concept of God. Okay. The God means G for generator, O for organizer, and D for destroyer. G is generator means Lord Brahma. Then organizer means Lord Vishnu, and destroyer, D for destroyer means Lord Shiva. That we all know, right? So the idea came to my mind. These are the three, if we consider person, people, they have so much of power that they can manage the entire universe so well. So why can't we take the lessons from them, and if we can, manage our finances so well? That's how I relate each of the characters from Ramayana and Mahabharata. So I'll take one example of from Ramayana. Okay, so Ramayana is all about Rama.
Pushpa,
Right.
I'm sorry
Yes,
to interrupt.
but-
Amit, you have expired your time, so just try to be concise, huh?
Yeah, just give this one quick example and close.
Yeah.
So, okay, Ramayana, it's all about Ramayana, Rama's story. And if you see in Ramayana, Ram had faced so many difficulties, right? The person who is going to be the next king, in the very the first day, he came to know about he will not have to become the king, and he'll have to go for go to the jungle, and that's how it happened. In the jungle also, he had to faces lots of challenges, and during those 14 hours, 14 years, so many things happened. In fact, his wife also got kidnapped, and finally, after so much struggle, finally he won, and he came back and became the king of Ayodhya for so many years, right? That's
why, yes,
correct. In short, if you see,
Please, somebody is not on mute. Please mute yourself.
if you see, he was smiling. He was so calm. He was so composed, right? So if we relate this in financial planning, goes up sometimes,
second,
it goes down, right? And when it's
Not, please go on.
Yeah, Amit, please unmute yourself.
Sure. So in such situations, what happens? Normally, people they simply it's like it's a unwanted situation for them. And
Amit, I'm so sorry to interrupt. So I think what you're trying to essentially say is that in the markets also there'll be a lot of volatility, like what Lord Ram went through in life. It's about staying long term and being composed.
whatever
Right.
is the situation, if you
Yeah.
are calm, composed, disciplined, and you stick towards your goal, what you want
Right.
to achieve, then definitely you are going to achieve. So this is one example from from Ramayana. The same kind of correlation has been done with the example of, say, what we can take, what we can learn from Hanuman, what we can learn from Ravana.
Right.
So what we should do and what we should not do, even those things
Thank you.
is mentioned in the books. So thank you
Amit.
so much.
Welcome,
Very,
Amit.
very interesting book. Absolutely interesting book. I have attended one session by Amit on financial lessons from mythology. So, so you can please order do you have a copy of the book in front of you, which you can show us?
Right now it's not there, but
Okay.
I'll share the link.
Yeah, please
I'll
share the
definitely
link.
share.
Yeah, please share the link.
So
Thanks.
Corona gave all of us so much of opportunity to ponder about what do we want to do in life, and like lot many people, they changed their path in life. And good, Amit, that you discovered the author in you during the Corona times and you came up with this wonderful book. I have read the book and it's a wonderful book written in a very simple language, and how he has associated the lessons of the mythology with the financial planning is just commendable. Amit is also a wonderful financial planner. I am one of his client. So friend है थोड़ी marketing तो बनती है. My money has grown beautifully after I invested with him. So thank you so much, Amit, for being there. And now we move on to our next author, Raina. Do you want to go next? So I share one connection with Raina also. I think Raina also did her the trainer from IITD. Raina, I was in batch 2.
Yeah.
So great to connect with you. Please
Wonderful to see you after so many years. I was a first batch of IITD Mumbai and then a mentor at their place. But it is, I think, one of the fondest memories and the fondest people that I've met till now. Amit also is somebody who I've connected from there. And beautiful to be back with Hari sir. We have a very different connection there. So Parul, thank you so much for bringing that back. I won't take more time. I'm here to share what I feel was very passionate towards which I wrote my book. First of all, I'm not a very awesome author. I had this myth that I can never write. So I wanted to break this myth and I started writing. I am Dr. Aina Khatri Tandon. I am a 2 PhD degree holder, written both exams. One is into AI chip design and the other one is more into human psychology and child rights. Very, very keen to keep on studying, to explore to whatever level I can reach to in terms of women and child rights. So for a lot of faces that know me, Jane, Amit, Hari, Ajay ji, and a lot of other people who know me here, Christina also, maybe once we've interacted, Sonal ji, all of us are known to each other, but for a lot of people who don't know, I work into space of women and child rights. I started writing on a passionate topic on how women can break their myths in terms of knowing themselves and their rights. But ultimately, because I was there representing UN on the rights, and I went on a research post which a conference, I went ahead and wrote something on We All Have Rights. May I have the rights to share the screen?
Yeah, just
Parul? Thank you very much.
I'll do that, yeah.
Okay, so as he's actually sharing, the interesting part was I started my journey writing on a lot on sexual harassment, sexual abuse, POSH and POXO, but on lines where women can't speak and a lot of instances that we go through where we find ourselves non-communicative and biased. But because there was an event coming very close, I think something that I was planning to write from 1.5 years culminated into 2 months. And in 2 months, I have written this book, researching a lot on what kind of rights not only women have, but human have. And this is a go-to book, a book that anybody and everybody can probably choose and pick up, because the ultimate aim was not selling, but everybody having the book. I'll show you a little bit about how this was launched. This was my first book officially, and it is only a paperback of say 55 pages, not a very big book. The intent of writing the book was to write about 3 different areas. One is parliamentary rights, the other is human rights, and the third one is legal rights. And the book's name is We All Have Rights. It's for anybody who would like to know how the rights can be implemented in our daily life. And this is the book. It's a very thin version. It has a woman who's emerging out, and this is a hand of a man who says he knows his rights, but he doesn't have his rights. So ultimately, it's for anybody and everybody. This was launched by the Harvard Business Director, who was also attending the conference in Dubai. But the 2 important people were the UN conference directors at Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh City at Bangkok. And we had many other Indian delegates who were also present there. The book can be ordered. It's not very costly. It's only about $349. And for everybody who's there out here, it's $199. The intent is everybody reads and knows their rights. Now, the why of the book. Why did I probably think I should be writing this book? So the why of the book was very simple. We all think that we know our rights, and even simple things like, for a homemaker, she would not know how her rights of even saving the money in a bank, making an FD, writing a checkbook, knowing her will and succession rights is something that can make her feel more confident about her future. A lot of times, being women, we don't know other than right to education, right to there are few rights that we think we know. Right of education, right to live, right to dignity and respect, right to a workplace without sexual harassment, and many more. But we don't know simple rights like right to life, right to clean air. And believe me, today, apart from what United Nations is doing, India as a nation has a lot of human and legal rights. Another aspect of legal rights is that even if you are stuck in the middle of the road and you feel that somebody is harassing you, you can call an SOS and ask the police to come to your place, not go to them. So post 6 o'clock, the police can come to your house and ultimately take your statement. Then there are rights to safety where you, being anywhere, can call an SOS number and they will come to your safety. There are home care and ultimate centers of CDC, Care Development Center officers who can come to you for your safety, and many more. Now, how this can be utilized at personal space, whether it is people today undergoing domestic violence or abuse or harassment or even child sexual labor, or if it's professional place where your labor laws and many rights in terms of your work or you growing into boardrooms, whether it is risk management, financial abundance, or any of the other sectors that we are working in as an independent director, as our own director, as a founder of our companies, trustees of NGOs, we need to know the rights. So that's where the intent is, bringing all the rights, but in a normal written book, which you and me as Aam Janta can read it. So that's all about it. I think there was not much to talk, but to give you the intent of why I wrote the book. And yes, if you wish to order it, I will just be sharing a scan code and you can go ahead and ping me. I'll also share my email address and contact numbers. If otherwise, I think all of them here, Hari sir, Amit, Parul, Sonal, all of you know me and you can reach out. Thank you so much for this honor and for this privilege of being among such beautiful young authors and great minds who wish to write. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing more about your book, Raina. I'm sure it must be a wonderful book, and looking forward. Very soon I'll order my copy and I'll go through and I'll get back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Parul. Humble of
I
you.
think we all will share.
Parul, I hope after reading the book, you won't ask me what are my rights at HSSE.
No, no. In fact, she will tell you what is my right.
I'm sure I will be questioning few rights.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hari sir. I really owe you. And
But
thank
I'm
you
Thank
for
you,
sure
Raina.
everybody would share the thought that you had mentioned in the beginning, that you had dilemma whether I can write or not. Your thoughts flows only when you decide about writing, and I think we all have that skill. It's only about when we start exploring. So I'm
I
sure.
could resonate with that first line that Hari actually mentioned. I still don't feel I have these thoughts flowing like endlessly, but like somebody said, you stand down the shower. Sometimes you do get ideas. I won't say thoughts, you do get ideas, and those ideas culminate into something very big. And like he said, he's written 10, 12 books. So I have co-authored 10, 12 books where one chapter is written. But my own book, to write something and put it together at a stretch in one book, is a huge commendable thing for me. So if he's written 10 books, I must really salute him for it, because it's all about bringing the thoughts, and every author that picks up his 10 books will be really proud of him.
Right.
So thank you. Thank you so much. I'll share my details on the chat. You may move on to
Thanks
the
again, Raina. Thanks again.
Have a good day.
So now we move on for our next presentation. Bharatji, do you want to take the third presentation about?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, please go
Give me
ahead.
a chance.
Bharat, you need to share screen.
The rights are more important. No, I don't need to.
No. Okay. Thanks.
So you want to start?
Yeah,
please.
you please start. Your time has already started.
Little
Start now.
quick self-introduction, and then you can talk about the book.
Okay, so my name is Bharat Jethani. I'm an entrepreneur development expert and master franchisee for Accenture in India. So I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 19.
Wow.
And learned a lot on my own because my dad and my brother was in different business, civil engineering business. I was the one who started computer hardware business at that time. So I learned a lot from myself, doing a lot of mistakes, which I see as challenges. And you solve these challenges on your own as an entrepreneur because you have to go ahead. So that was my entrepreneurship journey for the 2 decades until I realized I can do something different. And my transition to business coach happened after 2 decades. So I started coaching a lot of people. And one sitting with a prospect, he said, "Oh, you're talking so much things about entrepreneurship. I can reflect what mistakes I'm doing. Why haven't you written a book?" So that gave me start of writing a book and finishing in 3 months. That was in 2021. Before that, I'd met Hari also, who was writing so many books. So I said, "Hari, how do you write so many books?" It was like a puzzle for me. How does Hari write so many books? So he was a journalist, so he could write it. I'm not a journalist, but somewhere, somehow, whatever you have faced practically, whatever you experienced practically, you can share on the book. I had heard Ivan Meisner, the founder of PNI in 2016. He said people write books for earning money. Writing books is not for earning money. Writing books is to create your image, the expertise, what you have it, the practical experience you have to share to the world. And book is a tool to earn money. So don't expect to be a Amazon #1 bestseller by some means and ways of doing it. Look at it. Where are you going to impact? Which is the target audience? And write on a subject where you are good at. So I knew that information how to write a book, but it was not happening until this prospect met me, and the prospect became a client also later. So I wrote a book in 3 months. The biggest challenge was what should be the title. Now, whenever people come into entrepreneurship or they are in entrepreneurship after 5 years of success, 10 years of success, they feel everything is going on good consistently. But there's nothing which is consistent in entrepreneurship. There are ups and downs. How many of you agree there are ups and downs in entrepreneurship? Yeah. So you have to survive, you have to thrive and make it much better. So I had to name the book The ECG of Entrepreneurship. Now, when you say ECG, a doctor will say, okay, it's a sine wave up and down. For me, the ECG is engage, connect, and grow. So you have to engage with people, connect with them, and grow with them, which has to be done consistently, which people don't do it. So we engage, we connect, and when the business keeps on flowing to us, we stop engaging. So the engage, connect, and grow formula has to be there. That's that the ECG of entrepreneurship is written. And I put in 35 valuable tips. So no matter at whatever stage of entrepreneurship success you are, you have to believe that you have to control your ego, control your greed, control your anger. A lot of things are considered in entrepreneurship which people observe you as a brand. And the way you behave, the way you interact with them, the way you make your business dealings, the way you honor it, commitments, a lot. That's the reason the name came in, the ECG of entrepreneurship. It was a great experience to write that book. Of course, I had a support from someone to listen to me and clarify, okay, this book is going on a right path. There were 2 more subjects, chapters which I wrote. I had to cut it down because I wanted to make it short and sweet. So I'll just show the book to you guys. There's a one. I didn't want my photo to come in, but the person said, no, you need to have a photo. So I published through Notion Press. It went to more than 500 people. I got some clients through it also. After they read the book, the book is with action points. So once you read the book, you have an action point to answer. You can go ahead. And I got some clients. But after finishing the book, I realized one book is not enough. The journey has started. So like Hari has written 10 books, Dr. Radhakrishnan has written more than 20 books. So you have to keep on writing books. So I wrote my second book, which is a private circulation, and third book is going on right now. So being an author is a great journey. And I keep on saying everyone who has not written a book, please start writing. Okay. So this book has a foreword by Dr. Ivan Meisner, who read the book and he said, I'm right, I'll give you a foreword for it. And that also gave me a great confidence that, yeah, book makes a difference. Writing a book makes a difference. So be an author. Take help from Hari also if you want to become an author. But there are a lot of tips which I keep on reading myself also sometime. वो होता है ना कि खुद की शादी के कैसेट कोई देखता नहीं है और दूसरों को दिखाता है, तो खुद का बुक भी पढ़ो, फिर से रियलाइज होगा कि हाँ, आपने जो ज्ञान बांटा है वो ज्ञान आपको भी एप्लीकेबल है. So these are small tips, even for entrepreneur who are working, like Amit was working in an organization, he's becoming his own. So for them also it is good. And for entrepreneurship, at some stage of success they are, and maybe after some running some operations, there are people around them. So even one action point they take it can make a big difference to their business. So that's the reason the name was the ECG of entrepreneurship. Whenever you feel down, you need to introspect yourself as an entrepreneur. Where are you? Or what exactly you're doing? What's something going on wrong with you? Can you correct it? So this book can be a really reckoner for them as an action point where they can come back, where they can bounce back, and they can bounce forward. That's what the important thing is in this book. It's available on Amazon. If you want to buy, you can buy. If you want a complimentary copy, I can courier it to you. Don't worry about it, because I didn't write this book for making money. This is what I'll share about my book.
Thank you so much, Bharatji, for writing this book. I think many of us are either entrepreneurs or we have plans to tread towards the journey of entrepreneurship. And I, being treading already through this journey, I can completely tell that you need to be made of completely different material only to sustain in entrepreneurship. And what better way to help upcoming entrepreneurs through your book? So thank you so much. I'm certainly looking forward to read your book. I don't mind if you send me my complimentary copy.
Just send me address, I will do it.
It's her right. She's seeking
some of the successful entrepreneurs have given some great points on how to manage cash flow in that, and how to manage greed, how to manage anger.
Of course. And I think I feel like many people, they start thinking of leaving when actually things start to growing. So like now, after being 3 years into entrepreneurship, sometimes you have those thoughts, why did I get into this only in the first place? But if we have some guiding force like your book, wherein our thoughts get reaffirmed, like why did we in the first place started this journey, it could be of great help. So thank you so much once again. Now we move on to our next presenter, Sonal ji. Do you want to go next? Please go ahead. Your time starts now.
So good morning, everyone. And this is my, I think, 6th or 7th authors conclave from different platforms. Being in the education industry from the last 24 years and being an early childhood researcher since 24 years, 25 years, what I have seen in the education industry, we are talking about corporate, everything, but the education industry is hidden from everyone. What happens behind the curtain in the education industry, no one is aware. So I wanted to raise an awareness in behind the curtain scenes, how educators are manipulated, how educators are targeted. And if you're skilled and talented and God gifted, why people cannot digest you, why people cannot take your talents as a learning area for everyone. Why we need to be inspired only from the serials and other books and all, why not from the journeys that give us every moment? So for me, I would rather say that the journeys are more mightier than the pen. A pen में भी उतनी शक्ति नहीं है जितनी हमारी journeys में है. So convert your journeys into a positive capsule and see to it that whether you are able to create an awareness for every human being. I think all of us are doing a wonderful job. And when you say that we are not here to earn money, why not say, yes, we need money. Nothing is free over here. We need money for basic survival on this earth. और अगर हम अपनी जर्नीज को कन्वर्ट करके बुक्स में लिखते हैं तो गेटिंग 200-300 rupees for a book is not a big deal. Raina ma'am is creating awareness, Amit sir is creating awareness, Bharat sir is creating awareness. None of the people on this earth are going to give you the right information what we are giving to the book, the right channels, the right paths to go through the target. कोई भी आपको सही गाइड नहीं करेगा, ये 100% फैक्ट है. And that is why we are gathered over here to create awareness for each of us books, that books are those learning areas where we can at least open an eye. और जब हम open an eye की बात करते हैं, I would like to start from this small quote. That is, we live in a society that idolizes fake love, fake success, and fake happiness. Yet we turn away from the conversations about real personal struggles, real world issues, and real perseverance. Each of us has a lot of real perseverance, dedication, persistence. Will never truly impact others until we get over the destructive desire to impress them. किसी को भी impress नहीं करना है. We just want to create an awareness. And when we talk about creating an awareness, I was working in an NGO school which was merged with the government, and during pandemic the school got shut. When the school got shut, I think it was a blessing in disguise or something. Okay, it was a call from the universe that now is the time for you to utilize your 25 years of journey into the education sector. What happens behind the curtains? छोटे छोटे एजुकेटर्स को टारगेट किया जाता है, उनको प्रेशराइज किया जाता है, आपको ऐसे करना पड़ेगा. एंड बीइंग एन अर्ली चाइल्डहुड एजुकेटर, आई रियलाइज्ड कि अगर हम एजुकेटर्स या किसी को भी गलत गाइड करते हैं ना, उसका सफरिंग हमारे बच्चों पे आता है. और बच्चों पे जब आता है, वी आर क्रिएटिंग अ लॉन्ग लर्निंग सिस्टम. वी आर नॉट क्रिएटिंग द राइट सिस्टम. एजुकेशन यहाँ पे सबके साथ है, राइना मैम, अमित सर, एवरीवन. We are just using our education, what we have been gained from our parents. As Mother's Day, I think all the mothers should be given the respect that mothers have given us the education to start creating writing, education. और सबसे बड़ी चीज, our super power brain. हमारे ब्रेन को डोरमेंट मत रखिए, उसको खुला रखिए हमेशा. And when you talk about opening the brain, I mean to say open your third eye. Shiva has a third eye. हमारे अंदर भी third eye है. So these are the books that I incorporated. The Real Journey, The Third Eye, where I think confuse them with your silence, shock them with your actions. As said by Sharon L. Elder, every being that finally figured out their words have picked up suitcases of pride and boarded a flight to freedom, which landed in the Valley of Change. The Valley of Change is success. कोई भी आपको आएगा नहीं उंगली पकड़ के कि चलो मैं तुम्हें सक्सेस पे लेके जाता हूँ. नो वन इज गोइंग टू कम. यू योरसेल्फ हैव टू डेवलप दैट सक्सेस. डेफिनेटली वी ऑल हैव हैड मोर डाउन्स. ups तो ही नहीं है, more downs. But how are we as educated people going to convert the downs into those miraculous ups? So when you talk about the ups, pandemic made us realize about value of life, which is my second book as an award-winning editor with 76 writers in this book, which I call as articulations. Articulations का मतलब है दिल और दिमाग को साथ में इन सिंक में रखिए, एक कप कॉफी लीजिए, विंडो पे बैठिए और सोचिए क्या क्या आपने लाइफ में मिस किया है. A cup of coffee will open up all the things that you have in your cup. गलत, अच्छा, सही जो भी है उसको आप नोट कीजिए और ट्राई टू क्रिएट वंडरफुल क्यूलेशंस का मतलब है ऑल द वर्च्यूज ऑफ लर्निंग, compassion, unity, love, everything converted. That is what we need to create a healthy society. And after these two books, we can have, I'm a universal healer and I will more than 250 COVID patients in pandemic to my healing. So when you talk about healing, Whispering Miracles is available on Amazon. All the 3 books are available on Amazon. Whispering Miracles is to learn the art of letting go, the learn of art of forgiving. माफ कर दीजिए. वो कहते हैं ना कि यहाँ कोई ज्यादा देर नहीं टिकने वाला है इस धरती पे, तो छोड़ दो, माफ कर दो, आगे बढ़ो. किसी को कुछ पकड़ के लेके नहीं जाना है. तो Whispering Miracles is the art of letting go, forgiving, which no school, no one is going to teach you. These 3 books are going to teach you all the things. The third eye, open your eye. And वो कहते हैं जब हमारी थर्ड आई अवेकन होती है तो सारा पाप नष्ट हो जाता है. शिवा की भी जब तीसरी आंख खुली थी, all evil was washed out. So the third eye is about open your third eye and try to see around your surroundings, around toxic energy, and distance yourself from it. And when you distance yourself, the positive things will come in your life, or you can mold all these things into positive and create a better culture, better learning culture for our next generation. We need to give a better legacy. So all these 3 books are available on Amazon. The Whispering Miracle, The Third Eye, and Articulation. एक कप कॉफी लीजिए, विंडो पे बैठिए और बारिश की चमचमाहट सुनिए और देखिए जिंदगी में आपने क्या मिस किया है, क्या आपको पाना है, और आप अपने कप को फिल कीजिए with beautiful connections जैसे हरी सर ने हमको आज कनेक्ट किया है, to share, care, learn, unlearn and relearn. Thank you so much.
Wow, what a passionate
you.
presentation that was.
Thank you.
Wow. Felt like we are hearing a kind of motivational session.
So I think these are the 3 books that I would like to show. The Third Eye, available on Amazon. Whispering Miracles, Art of Forgiving, and Articulations, the art, the pen, the images that are shown over here is a pigeon teaching us about peace, a cup of coffee, and writing. Writing as a therapy is a wonderful. आपको कभी शिजोफ्रेनिया नहीं होगा, कभी पार्किंसन नहीं होगा, आप लिखते रहिए. पैंडेमिक ने हमें ये सिखाया है, connect your writing part to the brain and see all the healing processes getting healed automatically. So these are the 3
Awesome.
books available, and I have already written for more than 20 books as a writer, and I have made around 10 to 12 flip books, e-books on different topics. Mother's
Wow.
Day, because I think each and every event, Diwali हो, Rakhi हो, कहीं ना कहीं उसके अंदर education छिपा है. तो हम early years educators बच्चों को किस तरह से इसमें learning impart कर सकते हैं festivals के through, mothers के through, and every one of us, because children need stories, and stories create those better learning channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sonal ji. After listening to you, I think all of us must be looking forward to read all your 3 books.
Definitely.
Kindly share the link of all 3 of your books in the group so that we can like buy and go through our copies. And
I'll just send the links with Hari sir. Yeah.
yeah, it
You
was a
can
very,
you can post it in the HSSE group.
Yeah. You can just go on Amazon and type my name also. I am available on
Yes.
Google also, and available on Amazon also.
thank you so much. So now I would request Divya to please start with her presentation. Divya, your time starts now.
Yes. Hi, Divya. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hari. It is a pleasure meeting you, and thanks for giving us this opportunity to be showcasing our stories through our books out here. Good morning, everybody. I am Divya Advani. I am a personal branding coach, rather a trainer, I would say. So I started my journey back in 2014. I come with a postgrad degree in fashion designing and image consulting. The reason for getting into this specific field, I earlier started with my career in the IT industry, but the reason to switch to this field was because as a growing kid, I was really fat. There were things that I went through. I wouldn't get clothes of my choice. I had to adjust with what was available. Because of that, I saw different people treating me differently. Some people wouldn't talk to me. Some people would maintain their distance with me because I didn't look a certain way, or I didn't, I didn't want to talk to some people a certain way. But that was when this thing got inbuilt in me. I was like, no matter what, when I grow older, I will make something out of myself. I will do something for people like me and the others out there who go through this specific journey. And how, we still are the same people, but only the thought processes of different people start building us in a manner where we think that maybe we do not fit into this society or this place, which is not true. The more you believe in yourself, the better you start becoming. So that is how my journey started. And this small kid in me, when I was going ahead for my post graduation, I was contemplating between a couple of fields. One was photography, because I love nature and I love clicking nature. So I was thinking about that. And the second thing was getting into fashion designing and image consulting. But then that fat kid in me reminded me about how much I wanted to get into this specific field. And that's how I chose my postgrad subject. I didn't want a degree only for the purpose of getting a degree, but rather for causing a change and for making things happen in my own life, in the lives of the other people who I could affect. So that is how my journey started. I went ahead being a fashion designer. I launched my own fashion brand back in 2014. I started my journey. Apart from that, I started consulting people also, because when I designed clothes for people, I had to understand first how they look, their skin tones, their colors, what would suit them, what would not. So the image consulting part automatically started becoming a part of it. And that is how I started giving that as a free of cost thing that I would just provide them as a free of cost thing. And I started designing clothes for them and charging people for the clothes that I designed. But then COVID happened. We all know what we all have gone through during COVID. the business was affected horribly, I would say, because I was in the product industry. People were not buying clothes. They're like, what do we do buying clothes? We are not going anywhere. There's nothing happening. And we are literally sitting in our houses in our pajamas and track pants. And I understood where everyone was coming from. So that was the reason I thought that, why don't I start taking my professional career into my personal branding and not make it only a passion project, but make it a paid project now. So I started working with people and then I then got into BNI. I was there for a couple of years and I worked in BNI, understood how BNI works. It helped me grow as a person. And during my BNI journey, I happened to meet one mentor of my mentor right now, I would say. So Mr. Yogesh, his name is, he was the one who told me that, he understood my journey. I told him what I was coming through. There was a phase that I was going through and how it wasn't serving me well. Financially, professionally, growth, everything was like at a standstill. And he was the one to help me get out of it. I would not say that he helped me monetarily or anything. No, he didn't do anything of that sort. He helped me to get a mindset shift. He helped me to come out of my own barriers and how to think differently. And he was the one who told me, Divya, write a book. At first, I was confused. I was devastated, to be honest. When he told me write a book, I'm like, how can I write a book? I don't know to write a book. I've never written a book. So then he was like, no, you write it. I know you can do it. I see the potential in you. I have seen how you speak. I have seen what you do. I want you to just start writing and then we will see. He gave me 2 days. He's like, today is Thursday. By Saturday, I want an update about your book. That's how my book was born. I started writing the book. And once I started writing, I couldn't stop. This is my book. It's called, he just told me, make a book on 101 tips. So this is my book called 101 Tips and Tricks to Enhance and Upgrade yourself and your image. It's all about personal branding. I am often asked that, personal branding is, so people don't understand the concept of personal branding. They think personal branding is all about social media, what you do out there on social media, your LinkedIn, but that's not true. Personal branding is actually making a brand so strong for yourself for what people get to know you. And through my journey, I have come across people who treated me a certain way, and those same people coming to me after I changed how I used to look back then, the same people coming and wanting to talk to me. So the shift that I saw in the people is something that I started at a very young age. I understood people. I started analyzing people a certain way. And that's how I evolved as a trainer. And that has been my training journey. Since 2014, I have been into training, professionally took it up from after COVID and launched my own brand in personal branding back in 2022. My brand is called SWAView, where I help groom people inside out. It's a holistic approach. So I work with people on their soft skills as well as their outer skills and their appearances. So this book is a compilation of all of that, how not just one specific thing, but you as a whole, all of the things within you help shape you, help form your personal brand. My book is available on Amazon. It's a self-published book, thanks to my mentor, Yogesh sir, who has helped me and derived me to write this book and take that journey as an author. I am already working on my second book. Hopefully, it will be out very soon. So yes, this is about me. If you want to know anything, you may feel free to WhatsApp me. I'll also put my Linktree ID link in the comments, the chat box below. And also the book link is on that Linktree link. So you can look me up. All my links are out there. We can follow each other on LinkedIn, and I'm happy to connect. And once again, thank you so much, Hari sir, for giving all of us this opportunity to be able to showcase ourselves in such a manner along with our books. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Divya.
Thank you
That
so
was
much,
amazing.
Divya, for wonderful presentation and telling us more about your book. And listening to you felt like poetry in motion. I completely forgot that I had to go to the other speakers also and lost a track of time. But thank you so much. And after listening to all of you, I'm now so intrigued to read about each one of yours book. I'll have to shell so much of money also. But so now we have reached the midway of the session, and now we are supposed to have Mr. Iyer's session. He is going to take one presentation on the topic writing as a therapy. So over to you, sir.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Parul. Thank you, Divya. That was beautiful. That was amazing, actually. So I'm going to keep it crisp. I'm just going to kind of share a model with all of you, which you can use. I like to work with models as a trainer. But before that, I said I wrote 10 books. At least you should know what I've written, isn't it? So, so let me give you a quick glimpse of this journey. And I really loved what Bharat said, and also Divya somewhere. And I think all of you, in your own ways, have spoken about writing being a journey. Can all see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So this is on my website. Let me. So it's not necessarily in the same order, I think. Okay. So let me just take you through this. The first book I wrote was Honey, I Love Money, Success and You. I wrote the book, and Bharat, I need to reread to find out how I can make money, actually. Okay. So, the very special book that I wrote. So this is available on Amazon as an ebook. I wrote a very special book for my daughter when she turned 16. It's called Dear Diksha, a father's letter to his teenage daughter. So I wanted to give her like a surprise birthday gift. That is also available on Amazon as an ebook right now. More Than Just Papad is a book very close to my heart. It's the only novel I have written so far. All others are related to training, self-help and all. More Than Just Papad is a cross-cultural love story. And so it's available on Amazon in both paperback and ebook. And it's wonderful to write fiction. We write a lot of non-fiction, which is understandable, but writing a fiction really tests your creativity and your imagination. Recently released, this is the 10th book, which is Meditation Tourism. It's a free download available on my website. You can simply download it. It's a free ebook. There's Leadership Gita, co-authored with Mr. A.S. Narayanan. Honey, I Love Money is also co-authored with a friend of mine. So this is also available on Amazon as an ebook and as also as paperback. It talks about the 6 tenets of great leaders. I write a lot of quotes. I have more than 200 quotes or something. So there's a small book I brought out, which is more like a gift edition for my clients. It's called Pocket Full of Thoughts. It's also available as an ebook on Amazon, not as paperback. It's a very small book. You can put it in your pocket. So I printed it for my clients, actually. But it's available on Amazon as an ebook. Eves Against the Odds is the second volume listed, but there is also the first volume, co-authored with my friend Bhavesh Kotari. He was supposed to join, but I think was busy with an event yesterday, so he's not been able to join. So Bhavesh and me co-authored this book. It's a story of 25 women entrepreneurs in each volume. So that we have covered stories of 50 women entrepreneurs. It's focused on women entrepreneurs. And then Hari to Harry, story of my first visit to the United States of America, thanks to Bharat, with whom we are associated in Ascentive. I'm a behavior styles certified trainer from America. So this is also a free download. You can download it from my website. It's an ebook on Hari to Harry. I have captured my story of my visit to the United States, right from the time of Bharat meeting me, asking me to go for the training, get the visa, get the tickets, what happened. You know, those 8 days that I spent in the United States. It was an absolutely amazing experience. He sold it. I did not buy it. Is a book on 21 Priceless Commandments of Effective Selling. No longer available on any of the e-commerce platforms. It's one of the older books, but it can be printed as a bulk order if any of the organizations are interested or any individual is interested. Then, of course, there is Eves Against the Odds, volume 1, I think, which is listed here. Is it volume 1? Yeah, I think it's volume 1. Right. So you can also go to evesagainsttheodds.com as a website, which is made by one of our women entrepreneurs, and you can know more about the book there also. So this has been my journey in terms of writing books. It's a fascinating journey. And why do I call it as a therapy is I'm just going to put up one simple slide, and kind of share with you very quickly what do I mean by that. So if you can once again confirm to me that you are able to see the slide. Yeah. The slide is visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Hari, it's visible.
Thank you, Ajay. So just a second. I show video panel. I wanted to disable something. Okay, no worries. So this is called as the escape to potential. This little session is called escape to potential, where I use escape as a model to understand why writing is a therapy. Why writing acts as a therapy, and Sonalji made this point very beautifully actually. Why writing acts as a therapy is mainly because E for expression. It gives you an opportunity to express yourself. In Hindi, there is a very powerful word for expression, which is called as abhivyakti. It's a very powerful word. It doesn't come across as powerful when you say expression in English, but in Hindi, it comes across very powerfully. But the word expression is really a powerful one because you cannot always express yourself only through speech or only through talking to people with whom you have a certain relationship. Friends, family, whatever. Sometimes you need to express to your own self. And how do you do that? You express to your own self through writing. And what also writing does for you is it's like a screenplay. Writing is like making a film because you have to divide it into chapters. You have to provide it with a certain systematization. There are stories within the story. Not necessarily that it has to be a storybook. Everything you write is like a story because it's a reflection of your life. It's a reflection of your journey. It's a reflection of who you are. So you have to put it into chapters. We did conduct an author workshop during COVID where we wanted to help people understand how you can write a book in 30 days. And that whole process was about how do you systematize your thoughts? Because there are so many thoughts that occur to you. So how do you systematize them? Third is, and I think this is the most beautiful part of the therapeutic experience as a writer. It is how it connects you to your own self. It's the connection to your own self. You meet yourself with every word that you write. And that's such a beautiful experience. I have realized this, that when I write, I simply get lost in that whole process. I get into a zone of my own and I write really for that experience. It's such an amazing experience. And how much ever your books may sell and you may become a best-selling author, if you can't get this experience, then we have not really understood the beauty and the power of writing. And sometimes the reward is in the experience itself, not what occurs to your bank balance or to you externally. And both are obviously welcome. But the core is your ability to connect to your own self and know yourself. It's a soul connection that you have with your own self. So E for expression, S for systematization, C for connection to self, A is for assimilation. Now, how do you systematize? You systematize by creating a holistic approach, by creating an assimilation of your thoughts and putting them into certain compartments. It's a skill. It's a method, it's a process, it's logical, and it's also emotional. That's all that gets combined into the experience of writing. P for potential. The person in you, it's not just the writer in you which comes alive when you take to writing in a serious manner and in a passionate manner. It enhances your potential as a person. It enhances your potential as a thinker. It enhances your potential to share. It just changes you as a person. But I think one very important aspect we should never miss out to become a great writer, the foundation of writing is not writing. The foundation of writing is actually reading. It's how much you read and what is the wide spectrum of books that you read. You want to be a fiction writer, then maybe you want to look at some books like Agatha Christie, who wrote more than 100 books, I think, in her lifetime. Sherlock Holmes character which was created. So the who was the author? Conan Doyle, right? If I'm right, Arthur Conan Doyle. So so there are great fiction writers. Then there are great non-fiction writers also, and it's about what you read. I like reading a lot of non-fiction. I'm not so much a fiction person, but it depends. It depends on what you really like to read. And there are some amazing contemporary authors. Ruskin Bond, for example, was in Missouri a few days back. Had an opportunity to visit the bookstore where Mr. Ruskin Bond was 90. Incredible. And he comes there for signing books. At 90, he's still an active author. And he has recently published a book called The Golden Years, which I just finished reading. I also review books on my YouTube channel whenever I get an opportunity. It's a beautiful experience. So Ruskin Bond also talks about how you can spend your years, especially he's written it for senior citizens, but it's applicable for whatever age you are in. How writing helps, how wandering helps, how sometimes doing nothing helps, sometimes just reflecting helps, walking helps. It's a very simply written book. And what is amazing about people like R.K. Narayan or people like Ruskin Bond, you don't have to refer the dictionary even for a single word most of the times. You just need to read because it's written with such with such simplicity and in such amazingly simple language. So P for potential. Keep on writing. There is no limit to your potential. There is no limit to connecting to your own self. There is no limit to knowing yourself in a better way through your own process of writing. But read a lot. I think if there is one message you can take away from this session of mine is that you got to be a voracious reader, because reading, the more you read, the better you will become as a writer. And the last, of course, is inquiry. So as a writer, what do we essentially do is we place thoughts on the table. We bring thoughts on the table. And it makes us inquire. It makes us question. It makes us delve deeper into certain areas. And so always inquire, always be curious. You want to be a great writer, it begins with curiosity. It's your curiosity to know what others are writing. It's your curiosity to know what you would like to write. And Bharat very rightly said, you've got to go back and read some of your own stuff, because sometimes when I reflect back on my own writing, whether it's a blog or some chapter in a book, I said, wow, is it you who has written it? I mean, I'm so amazed by what has come out as an output, which is incredible. So it's always a good idea to go back and read what you have written. Always a good idea to reread some of the books of others that you might have read earlier, and always have this inquiring mindset, and always have a context of environment. A writer by nature, as I say, by the nature of the job, I say is controversial, because when a writer puts out his or her thoughts out into the world, there are people who are going to question it. There are people who are going to agree with it. There are people who are going to discuss it. There are people who are going to debate about it. So intrinsic to a writer's personality or nature is controversy. And I'm not saying controversy in a very negative way. I'm just saying it's the way the world reacts to you. So how can writing be a therapy for you? If you understand the nuances of what is called as the escape model: E for expression, S for systematization, C for connection to your own self, A for assimilation, P for potential, and E for inquiry. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session, Mr. Iyer. I'm sure it was enthralling for others also, as it was for me. And sometimes I feel like you need that nudge to explore your capabilities, and I feel like your session will give us all a nudge, especially a person like me, to explore my capability as writer. After listening to all of you, I'm sure, like, I can also do it. Maybe I think I should take the first step towards the journey. And for me, the biggest takeaway was that the foundation for writing is your capability to read as many books as possible of different genres. And I think as a parent, one gift that we can give to our children that stays with them throughout their life is their, capability to read different genres of book. And we should inculcate them this habit in the children right from the childhood itself. So thank you once again for the wonderful session. And now we would move ahead again with the flow of the.
So Parul, if I might just interrupt you, there is actually a best-selling book called Nudge, which I have just started to read. So there is a book called Nudge. You use the word, so I thought I'll just I'll just share with you.
It's in process. You're still like you're writing, or you have
No,
like.
no, I'm reading that. I'm
Also
not writing that. It's a
reading.
best-selling author. It's a best-selling book. I'm just started to read that.
Yeah, I would like to share something that I am the founder of a Metamorphosis education and literary platform, where I help people to start picking up a pen and start writing.
Wow.
And
Wow.
many people have actually metamorphosed from a cocoon to a caterpillar to a butterfly. So that is why the Metamorphosis is the name of the platform, where education, early childhood education, and literary works are given through contests and challenges which are very hard, that they cannot even attempt even at one go, and that is what keeps them motivating, that no, we have to go through this, because if we have to become good writers and heal ourselves internally automatically, only then can we appear to be a successful writer. Because ऐसे ही नहीं कि
Right.
रात को ही writer बन जाता है. It takes a lot of years of efforts, lot of thought processes to actually formulate to be captured in a book. So it's not an overnight success.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much for sharing that, Sonalji. Do share the link about this
I'll do that. I'll do.
in the group so that more and more people can get benefit out of it. Now moving ahead with the flow, we will continue to have the presentation from our authors. So next, I think Anandji, are you there? Do you want to go next?
Yes, sure.
Please go ahead. Your time starts now.
Anand,
Yeah,
you have to
thank-
come on camera, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, let me say thank you, Hari ji and Parul ji, for this wonderful Sunday treat. I think this is first time happening, inspiring more authors also. So good morning, friends, and welcome to this authors festival. My name is Ananda Devchakke, and I'm an author and I'm trader also. Till now, I have authored 4 books, and all books are available on Amazon and Flipkart. Let me start with a small quote inspired me to write my first book, जिसने मुझे काफी इंस्पायर किया. The quote is in Hindi. जिंदगी के बारे में एक चीज बहुत अच्छी होती है कि आप इसे कभी भी बदल सकते हैं, लेकिन अब ये आपके हाथ में है कि आप इसे बदल सकते हैं कि नहीं बदल सकते. यानी ओवरऑल द कंट्रोल ऑफ लाइफ इज इन आवर हैंड. तो हमारे हाथ में है कि हम इसे बदलें या ना बदलें. तो यही एक पहला कोट था. दिस इज द फर्स्ट कोट जिसने मुझे मेरा पहला पुस्तक लिखने में इंस्पायर किया. एंड द फर्स्ट बुक जो मैंने पब्लिश किया, दैट इज लाइफ एट 360 डिग्री चेंज, जो अमेजोन और फ्लिपकार्ट पर अवेलेबल है और काफी अच्छा करा. द बुक इज डूइंग वेरी गुड और काफी अच्छे फीडबैक भी उस पुस्तक के बारे में मुझे मिल रहे हैं. द सेकंड बुक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जो स्पेशली मैंने लिखा था अबाउट लाइफ सक्सेस. ये इट्स ऑल अबाउट कि जैसे किसान अपना जमीन तैयार कर लेता है अपने फसल के लिए, सिमिलरली आपने अपनी जिंदगी में काफी सारे चेंजेस लाए हैं और अब आप चाहते हैं कि दैट यू वांट टू बिकम अ सक्सेसफुल इन योर लाइफ एंड यू वांट टू बिकम अ सक्सेसफुल बाय अचीविंग योर गोल एंड सेलिब्रेट दिस सक्सेस. और इसके लिए आपको 9 आसान चेंजेस के साथ में आप किस तरीके से अपने गोल को अचीव कर सकते हैं, इसके बारे में मैंने सेकंड पुस्तक लिखी थी, जिसमें लाइफ एट सक्सेस. ये पुस्तक भी अमेजोन और फ्लिपकार्ट पर अवेलेबल है. द थर्ड बुक बीइंग इन फाइनेंशियल सर्विस सेक्टर मैंने लिखी थी. एंड द वेरी स्मॉल क्वेश्चन जो मैं आप लोगों से पूछना चाहता हूँ, इनफैक्ट यही एक क्वेश्चन था, यही एक कोट था जो मुझे इंस्पायर करा कि मुझे ये पुस्तक लिखनी चाहिए. एंड दैट द कोट इज, हम सभी पैसे से प्यार करते हैं, बट क्या आपको मालूम है कि पैसा आपसे प्यार करता है कि नहीं करता है ना? तो अगर इस चीज के बारे में, इफ यू वांट टू नो इन डिटेल वेदर मनी लव्स यू और नॉट, तो वो आपके साथ रहना पसंद करेगा. वो आना तो पसंद करेगा लेकिन रहना पसंद नहीं करेगा अगर वो आपसे प्यार नहीं करता हो. तो इसीलिए ये मुझे इंस्पायर मिला एंड मैंने मेरा तीसरा पुस्तक लिखा, द आर्ट ऑफ डीलिंग विथ मनी, जिसमें हमने डिस्कस किया कि कैसे आप अपने पैसे के साथ बर्ताव कर सकते हो सो दैट पैसा आपके पास आए. लेकिन वो पैसा आपके पास आने के बाद आपके साथ लंबे समय तक रहे भी। अभी recently, in last month, I published my fourth book. Now this is available on Amazon and Flipkart also. But this book is specially available for people जो financial services में काम करते हैं। एक अच्छा खासा सेल्स फाउंडेशन को बनाने के लिए बिहेवियरल किस तरीके से होना चाहिए, बॉडी लैंग्वेज किस तरीके से होना चाहिए, इस सभी चीजों को लेकर उस पुस्तक को लिखा गया। दिस बुक इज हाईली यूजफुल फॉर दोस्त जो कि फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज में काम करना चाहते हैं, उनको अपने करियर की अच्छी शुरुआत करनी चाहती हैं। तो ये 4 पुस्तक मेरे अभी अमेजॉन एंड फ्लिपकार्ट पर अवेलेबल हैं। द फर्स्ट 2 बुक्स इज अबाउट लाइफ एंड इट्स सक्सेस, थर्ड बुक इज अबाउट डीलिंग विथ मनी, एंड द फोर्थ बुक इज अबाउट हाउ यू बिकम सक्सेसफुल इन फाइनेंशियल सर्विस सेक्टर. So thank you so much, Hari ji, for this wonderful opportunity. Over to you. Yeah, Parul ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand.
आनंद जी, आई थिंक आपकी बुक्स काफी यूजफुल होंगी, स्पेशली लेडीज के लिए. सो आई वुड जस्ट लाइक टू शेयर एक्सपीरियंस. आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग, आई गॉट एंट्री इनटू द वर्कफोर्स राइट आफ्टर माय मैरिज इन 2004, बट until 2017 I had not saved even a single penny on my own, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं मतलब लेडीज को क्या रहता है कि फिनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट जो है वो उनका पेरेगेटिव नहीं है. सो आई थिंक we need to teach our children this art of earning. तो सभी कर लेते हैं, but how do you invest your money? That is also
Yes.
very important aspect of managing your finance, and this needs to be taught at school. Degrees हम सब earn कर लेते हैं, हम सब कमाना चालू कर देते हैं, but बहुत ही कम लोग अपने पैसों को wisely manage कर पाते हैं. And if
Very
we
true.
teach this to our children right from their childhood, it would be a very good skill that we in them. So I think there your books are going to be very handy. Thank you so much, sir, for writing these books.
Thank you.
Now we move ahead with our next presenter.
Parul, just a request to Sharma sir. Sir, are you okay if Chavi goes first? I think she has some time
Please.
constraint. No worries, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Chavi, are you there? I think her camera
Yeah,
is off.
she's there.
So, Chavi, yours is the next presentation.
You'll have to unmute yourself.
Kindly take over. The stage is all yours. Your time starts now.
You're sounding like कौन बनेगा करोड़पति का host. Your time starts now.
Time का like बाद में आप मुझे बोलेंगे you were not taking the track of time.
You have become very ruthless. Yes, Chavi.
I'll start. So, hi, good afternoon, everybody. And I'm so I'm grateful for this beautiful opportunity being a part of this conclave. Sounds so amazing, you know, at this age and stage when you get a platform like this to share your views. It's just amazing. And especially for the newcomers who are into writing. So I'll just brief something about myself. I'm a parenting coach, mom of 2 young adults. And I've been into this industry since last 2 decades, into teaching. I have my own institute about English spoken skills where I give kids a platform to talk. So probably I've realized over a couple of years, it's really challenging for kids to open up and talk in this digital era wherein there's one-way traffic in the sense they're so much connected with the gadget, they're just listening. So when it comes to expression, it's a blank format. They don't understand. And this new culture of having one kid only, wherein you don't have siblings and parents are working, so there's not much to interact. So in terms of emotions, if I talk about, they are really reluctant to express because probably I feel the practice of reading books is also dying. So I have a very popular group, wherein I encourage kids to read. That's known as a book reading club, wherein we start with the age of 3.5 years, getting kids into the realm of reading, into the world of fantasies, into the world of, creativity, and wherein, we give them opportunities to change the characters, play, had it been you there. So beyond cut, copy, and paste, the system of school, which is there. And this idea about so I deal with a lot of kids who are into, there's a difference. It says kids with learning disability, and there's something known as kids with learning difficulty, wherein these kids are hyperactive, or they have some minor issues like ADHD, dyslexia, or something like that. So what I do is I deal with kids with learning difficulty, wherein the level is really, the degree is really small, and it's difficult for them to sit and talk. And to a lot, I mean, to an extent, I feel, parents have a major role into this. But the two factors which I've realized, one is it's tough for a parent to accept that my kid is, kid has special needs or something, because on the contrary side, if you see the kid is, his IQ is really very high. To understand that kid is really challenging. He doesn't sit, he doesn't write, but they don't get into the depth that yes, there's a problem and which has to be addressed. So I think majorly everything starts with, the speech. So they come to me and then they talk. And, over 2 decades, I realized that there is a need of a subject which is known as parenting, where I think probably there should be a course for every parent. It should be there in the hospitals. Once becoming a parent, there has to be some guidelines. See, even if you gonna do something very small, maybe digital marketing, maybe something, there are courses for everything. Why not about parenting? So I wanted to bring this to a limelight that yes, we need to be aware in today's time. Today's situations are so different. The kind of, the way we were brought up by our parents was so very different. And today's time, the needs, the important, the situation, the circumstances, everything is different. We have nuclear families and single kid, and there's no connection in terms of emotion. So I think this really ignited me to come up with a book known as Conscious Parenting. If Hariharan sir can just, share the picture, or if you allow me, I can. Okay, I'm not allowed to share the picture of my book. Anyways, so what I feel is
You have to make her host, no?
I'm still not able to do it. I don't know why. Host disabled participant screen sharing. So that's what it says. Anyways, not to worry. So, or I have the copy of my book with me. So this is how it looks like. So, an amateur writer who's penned down, my thoughts about conscious parenting, nurturing hearts, and shaping future. So, major role of, a kid's life, character, and personality is in the hands of parents, and the initial years, the formative years, they're so very important. I think probably everybody sitting out here are gonna, agree with me, whatever I'm saying. So I feel each child arrives as a blank canvas and entrusted to us, the impart wisdom, to instill values into them and create an environment where the child can blossom into their highest potential. So, you know what? The new norms of parenting with our, really stressful life, it says, that parenting demands a lot of patience. So we, rather than working on our kids, we need to work on ourselves as parents. So parenting demands patience, resilience, and a willingness to continually grow alongside our children, guiding them with gentle strength, and while also allowing them, the unique spirits to soar, which is so very important. And I feel it's a sacred calling, a labor of love that really transcends life, the most profound way to leave an incredible mark, for our kids into the future. So that's how I see. So rather than working more on the kids, we should work more on the parents. What is required in today's era. There's so many, modalities which have come up. We are so well read. Everything is available at just a click of a finger. But why do we have this gap? The other day I was a parent who just, was just blasted. And she said, you know what, I don't understand, why am I earning so much if I'm not able to give time to my own kid? So imagine the scenario is so bad. From 8 to 8, she's working, and she's, I've got so much money, but I don't know how. And how can I just nurture my own kid? I don't have time. By the time I come home, it's just time to sleep. So a few changes, if we can make in our lifestyle, if we can just invest a couple of minutes in a productive way in our kids' life, I think it's gonna do wonders. It's really gonna do wonders. I really tell all of my parents to, give them quality time. So I think that's a question. Everybody's fighting for time these days. So, I address this question like, maybe while having dinner or a conversation, or maybe at bedtime, we can have a story time, a small story time. A small story means maybe just 10 minutes, so that you can just connect with your kid. You can just understand the need of your kid. They say sharing is caring. So sharing here means sharing of your emotions with your kids, sharing your kids' emotions, listening to them without interrupting. Because today you are interrupting, you're snubbing them, you're telling, no, this is not right. So tomorrow they might not come to discuss their point of view with you. So you're gonna lose that friend, you're gonna lose that window that yes, my kid is gonna come to address, whatever is going on in their life, they're gonna tell us. No, please. So please stop correcting them before connecting. Listen to their perspective, and maybe later sometime you can connect, and that's how it should be. And the story time is just takes 5 to 10 minutes, maybe during having your food, maybe putting them to bed. A small story. You remember, I still remember all the story my grandma told me, and they're all imbibed here. With the story, the beauty, of storytelling is all the morals, all the messages, they get drilled here in our head. And that's how, you talk about creating values, you creating character. How do we build creating that personality? Through these stories only. And it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. It's just we have to train our heads, unlearn, and de-stress whatever time limitation we have. Make the most of it rather than complaining. I also tell them play small games. My favorite game is playing Ludo. There's so much to learn from it. We often tell our kids, you have to be winners. You have to win every time, whatever the game is, maybe whatever sport it is, maybe school. You have to just come first. But we don't tell them, if you do not come first, then what? If we do not come first, then what is it? There's no plan B. I mean, if you lose, what is it? Have we ever taught this to our kids? No. I'm afraid no one has. So we have to teach them, we have to educate them. It's okay to lose. It's okay to lose because failures are the stepping stones. And what this beautiful game of Ludo tells us, again, start again, restart, restart, restart. So you reach at 99, again the snake bites you, come back to 1. And what do? Oh, let's play again. Let's start again. And you're so enthusiastic, when you do this. And indirectly, what are you training your kid? Just restart. It's okay to lose sometimes.
Ravi, sorry to intervene.
Yeah.
The other speakers are also lined up. I hate doing this.
Awesome. Yeah.
I like listening to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Hariharan sir. I don't know, 5 minutes was really less, but amazing. We should have this, these discussions quite often so that, whatever our views are, we can just share with everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to me.
Thank you, Chavi. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
I've had the opportunity to review her book on my YouTube channel, so you can check it out. Conscious Parenting. Very well written. Thank you, Chavi.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, Chavi. I'm sure this book is surely going to help all the parents, and the tips that you must have shared in the book would be very handy to all the parents. I understand it's a complex world, and with the complexity going to increase, only parenting is also something that we need to learn, unlearn, and then trials and errors and all. So I'm sure it must be a great read. I will definitely look forward to read it. Now I will move towards the next presenter of the day. And that would be Mr. Sharma.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Before you speak, sir, I just want to say that it's such an honor to have you here with us, sir. And it's very unkind on my part to give only 5 minutes to all of you. But, we just have to manage things. So, sir, it's an absolute delight to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'll keep it short and sweet. And straight away, going to my presentation, if you could give me some rights.
Yeah, I'll do that, sir.
Share
Today
that.
we had a session on rights, so I can't deny your rights in any case.
Thank you.
Where are you, sir? Yeah, there you are. Yeah. Yes, sir. Done.
All right. Thank you. So I share my presentation.
After this, we have upcoming authors also sharing about their upcoming books. So that's going to be very interesting also.
All right. So can you
Yes,
see
sir.
this now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Wonderful. The name of the book is Skilling You for Happiness. Before this, I wrote a book that was based on my 5-year experience in Raw. And the name of the book was Once There Was a Country Called Pakistan. So this was based on my experience with Raw to how will this country diminish itself, demolish itself, and what will happen in geopolitics that this country is vanished one day and it's coming true slowly. But this book, Skilling You for Happiness, was my second book. This treats happiness as a skill. Just to tell you a little about myself, served in the armed forces for 20 years at the services selection boards, etc. Was group director of HR and training in a large conglomerate with 12,000 employees in India, Dubai, etc. I've been conducting workshops on happiness at various forums, PSUs, MNCs, as to how can we be a happy place to work at. And had been speaking at various fora, trained about 200 odd companies like Rolls-Royce, BMW, EY, Tata Motors, etc. Does it sometimes describe you people? We must have felt like this sometime or other in our lives. Are you searching for the hidden gold? The real you? If that is so, happiness is just a call away. And let me tell you, happiness is a learnable skill. This book treats this as a skill which can be learned. You can create happiness and at will. It's like building muscle. It takes you through simple procedures, measurable exercises that tells you where your happiness lies. Where are you on your happiness quotient? It helps you create your happiness schedule so you record, grow, and know where you stand on your happiness scale, slowly and systematically grow it. Where does happiness lie? Can money end all our sorrows and bring all the happiness in our life? It tells you about the fundamentals of well-being and positive psychology. It deals with things like our surroundings, birth, relations, work. Does that decide our happiness? And how can we move from negative to positive zones immediately? The magic of generating the happy chemicals, the chemistry and physiology of happy beings, the fine art of gratitude and appreciation, finding and accomplishing the higher purpose of our life. Realizing the higher purpose of life, the book holds your hands and takes you there. How do affirmations and visualization help? And then it gives you some quick tips about how to be happy and find your happiness. It's a step-by-step action manual that will help you create a roadmap to your happiness and contentment. It empowers you with practical tools to find and create happiness. It arms you with hands-on skills to master your mind and attain happiness at will. Bad news about happiness is majority of people are unhappy and they are searching for happiness today with a confusing information overload. Good news is you can create happiness and can stay happy by practicing some simple skills which are taught in this book. It is a byproduct of your actions and activities you are involved in. And fortunately, all these activities are under your control. You can manage and manipulate. Understanding and managing our mind for happiness can be learned. And positive psychology, a science of happiness and well-being of human being, has all the answers. And we are giving you these answers in this book. What it gives you are 25 plus exercises to enhance your happiness. There are 20 plus stories and anecdotes which are connecting these theories of happiness, your practical life, and achieving happiness. It has 20 plus self-improvement guidelines. It has several exercises like plotting your happiness, like finding your happiness quotient. There are 25 odd such exercises which take you very, very close to your happiness. So action time for you. The book is available on stands at 399 rupees. But for the members of HSSE, it is available at 300 rupees, including postage. So practically, you're getting this book at 230 rupees. You get it at 300 minus 70 postage. Paytm, 300 rupees at this number. Send your details and address on the same number, and you get your book on your table within 4 days of payment. The new edition of the book would be available from 20th of May 24. Let's understand today's reality is happiness is the new richness. Inner peace is the new success. Health is the new wealth, and kindness is the new cool. So all the very best, and wishing you abundance to everyone who's spared so much time for me. Thank you, HSSC and Hari.
Wow.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much.
Awesome.
And glad to have somebody of your stature among us. And thank you so
Sir,
much
if we
for
can close the presentation, sir.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Thanks again, sir. Hari sir, you had mentioned Bajaj also to be.
Vinay Bajaj is and Bhavesh have not joined us, so we can move on.
So with this, I think the list that you had shared with me, I think authors, they have done their presentation. So
now we move to the upcoming authors. So we can, so Parul, if you don't mind, I'll take over here.
Yeah, please.
Because I had some communication with all of them. So we have Jane Shah. I think we have Dr. Sona Kaushal. Nalini wanted to speak, but she has exited. And we have Ajay Sajdev. So in case I miss out to all of you, I request we already short time. You can keep it to 2 minutes. That will be wonderful. Yeah, so we can start with Jane. Jane, you are one of the first to join also.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Can I share the screen?
Yes. Today, everybody is asking me for rights.
Yes.
Because of Raina's session.
Yeah. I think visuals are good.
Nalini is still there. So that's great. Nalini, it will be lovely to hear you.
All right. It's a simple one slide, but still I wanted to. Okay. Can you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So good morning, everyone. I'm thrilled to share about my upcoming book, which is Seamless Flow, Navigating Life with Purpose and Efficiency. At the heart of my book is a profound idea that productivity isn't just about getting more things done. It's about aligning your actions with your deepest value and aspirations. It's about creating a life that feels meaningful, purposeful, and enjoyable. So one of the core principles in the book is energy scheduling. So it's about like we have a limited time and energy each day, and how we allocate that energy can make all the difference. Conventional productivity advice is about focus on time management, but time is a limited resource. So energy, on the other hand, is renewable. And when we learn to manage it efficiently, we can achieve far more than we ever thought was possible. So this is the central idea of the book, and it is, imagine that you wake up early, feeling fresh, energized. So instead of moving directly into your mobile or laptop, take few minutes to assess your energy level, prioritize for your day, identify the high impact tasks that you want to do for today, which requires peak mental energies, and you schedule them during that time, which is naturally best time for you. That's the first thing in the morning when your mind is clear and focused. Or perhaps if you're a night owl, you keep your scheduled things according to your energy level. So by aligning your task with your natural energy cycles, you will find that you're not just getting more done from your time, but you are also less drained, overwhelmed at the end of the day. And let's be real, who don't want to feel like a productive superhuman without feeling burnouts? So that's what the book is about. And productivity is not just about checking your boxes and crossing items of the list. It's about creating a life that feels purposeful, balanced, and genuinely enjoyable. And with a little mindfulness, awareness, and willingness to experiment, you might just find that the path to productivity is a lot more fun, lot more pleasing to our heart. So if you're ready to find this productivity approach, which is not one size fits all, and which is about start working smarter and not harder, you can explore the book. With seamless flow, the future can be more energized and more fulfilling. This book is available on Amazon on pre-order, and the book is
Awesome.
scheduled to be launched next month.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. I must
Yeah.
say that Jane is a great friend. She's right now actually joined us from Croatia, because at this stage of her life, she moved out for her own, upgrading her own education. I think you did digital marketing
Yes.
course there, Jane.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
Jane is a wonderful educator. She runs a beautiful education community called Edunier, which has a lot of teachers and faculty, So thank you so much, Jane. Thanks a lot
Thank
for
you. Thank
joining
you
us
so much. Thanks for this
and sharing
opportunity.
about your book. I love the cover. It's a lovely cover.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so now we move to Nalini. Nalini, you're ready? So Parul has told me to say this. Your time starts now and you have 2 minutes.
So cute of you. Thank you so much, Hari sir. Thank you, Parul, and thank you, HSS, for giving me the opportunity. The thing which I was there in my head, now it will flow through my blood and I will start penning down.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, because I can very well resonate with Mr. Bharat, and I can very well understand the pain, the things which Sonalji has brought forward. Being an educator, I am what I am right now. Past 30 years, I am doing this only. But I think, yes, I am people in different manners, but still, if I'll pen down, it will be everlasting.
So what is the book that you're planning?
My book, the book which I'm planning is from will to bill.
Okay.
So I want to create a bill for my educators fraternity, where they can understand that what are their rights, what are their duties, and how they are not how they are supposed to work, because they are not working with machines, they are working with human heads and hearts, which is going to change generations and generations. So in that connect, I will try to pen down these. And Sonalji, I'm very much, I will say that impacted with your say that educators fraternity is, educators are not, educators are not, means education is, being a teacher is not a job. It is just being a person towards person. So because we the educators are people's person. So we have to be in that way. In that connect, my will to bill will come up soon. Thank you, Bharatji. Thank you, Amitji. And thank you, I will say to Divya and my friend Raina ma'am. Why? Because right to rise is something which we are supposed to do. So thanks a ton for giving me this thought, and thanks for the opportunity, Hari sir. to
Thank you.
motivate me, to push me towards writing.
Thank you. Thank you, Nalini.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. So, okay, I have another great friend who joined us, but has been a little silent all through because he's a great listener. Ajay Sachdev, you're there. So you can come on camera and you can share about your upcoming book. Another veteran from the L&D industry, a great friend, great associate, well-wisher of HSSE. And one more of my fantastic Delhi friends like Nalini.
Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, yes, Ajay.
Thank you so much. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. The source of this book and the context of this book is my son, who at a very young age went through a lot of bullying, body shaming, abandonment in school. And from a very friendly person, he became a lonely child. So whenever he used to make friends, he used to find himself lonely in the end. Whenever he used to get into a relationship, he used to feel defeated. And he became so successful at defeats that he became a living person who knows how to exude pain in all areas of life. So much so that he started disowning and distrusting everybody. And as a father, like some of you mentioned, I used to work 9 to 10, never had that quality time or a conversation with my son. It's only recently, 2 years back, when he started having a conversation with me in one of the gardens in the night. And I realized that the deepest pain of my son has become the purpose of his life. And he said, Dad, what I have been through, that I stopped having conversations with you because as parents, you could not understand what a child in a school goes through. All parents need results, but I stopped becoming who I am. I lost the touch with who Ishan is. The name of my son is Ishan. So this book is nothing but a journey of what Ishan has been through. And for him, I left my corporate career of 30 years, 6-7 months ago, and we started our own organization called Infinity Breakthrough. And I think I'm here because of my son, but today I'm presenting to you because of Hari. If this opportunity had not been extended to us, I think the name of the book would not have also been born. So the name which we came for our upcoming book is called Whispers That Become Spells. So, and these whispers is what he has been hearing since childhood, then teenagers, then in college life. And that became spells so that he was totally captivated by this. The voices that kept on going in his head that he is not worthy, he is not good enough, he cannot do anything in his life, he is not confident, he is not good looking, he had a physical body shaming and abuse in life, and that has totally demotivated that child completely. So he decided to pen down his journey in form of this book so that he can reach out to all those teenagers and parents that if you do not have a conversation of connection with your child, you may lose the child, but you may get the results as a good son, as a good daughter, but you will not get the real son or the real daughter in the process. So the book is for the parents, for the teenagers, for the would-be parents, and anyone who loves to read. So that's what the book is all about. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Ajay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I think some of you have presented the why of why you are writing really brilliantly. It really touches. It touches our heart. Okay, I can see Cruzina. Cruzina, you want to quickly share about another great colleague of ours, part of the LCC community, also banker by profession, but now graduating into training. So Cruzina, if you want to quickly share about your upcoming book.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Hari sir, and thank you so much for giving all of us this opportunity. And it was so delightful to be present among authors and aspiring authors. And I, for the longest time, have been an aspiring author. But I wrote a book at a very early age in my life as a banker. I co-authored a book on a part of financial services while I was working as an officer in Canara Bank. And though those days we didn't have Amazon, so we use it as a manual for the office. So it's very much a hardbound book of around 300 or 400 pages. So I had the pleasure of having that book to my credit, and right now I'm planning on writing a book on parenting, and I lost my mom recently, so I want to write a book on parenting and dedicate to my mom. And also on my corporate years that I've been working for the last 30 years on corporate and mentoring and leadership, I want to write a book. So I've just doing some groundwork, and thank you, Hari sir, for being that guiding and driving force in my life.
Thank you. Thank you, Gruzina. Amazing. Yeah, you said that the book that you wrote in your employment years, that was given to the company as a manual, is it?
It was my senior vice president and me who wrote the book.
Okay.
And we kept it in the office as a manual because
As
it was
a manual.
yeah. Because
Okay.
we covered something on registrar and share transfer agency things, services, like transmission, transfer of shares, and a lot of the legalities that go with that.
So that's a beautiful giveaway for the organization. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gruzina. I think we have a last showcase for the day. Dr. Sona Kaushal. You're
Hello,
there,
sir.
ma'am? Hi, hi.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, doctor. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
So, yeah, Dr. Sona, we can hear you.
Yeah. Can I start?
Yes, please,
Hello.
please. Yes, you have. You can
Hello.
start.
Yes, you are audible, Sonaji.
Acha, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hari sir is a real role model for me. And 10 books, and my God, I can't digest it. It's so difficult to write even a single book. Actually, being a doctor and being a practitioner, I have these cases coming to me for counseling and consultancy, and I have workshops where lots of people ask me these interactive questions, and each person is a story onto himself. So keeping that in mind, I just decided I have to start to write a book, something very difficult for me. I write articles and blogs, but book writing is difficult. But then I got the inspiration and motivation more so today from Hari sir. So my first book I'm writing is on parenting, a natural style. Actually, a lot of parents have been coming to me as guilty mothers and guilty parents because when we were younger, we didn't have many we didn't have videos and social media and all to guide us through parenting. So we parented children the way we knew the best. And I think we've done a jolly good job and our children have turned out well. But now that the social media has come up, every second minute there's a video going around, and more so from the Western and the foreign countries about parenting. And people, after seeing that, especially mothers, are so confused that they feel that they have not done a good job. Every second day I get a mother who is in depression because she feels her children are in depression. And she feels that she's the main cause of it because she hasn't done good parenting, because she read it so-and-so place or she saw such a video. So I thought of putting forward a book, and telling parents not to be guilty and parent children the way they want to parent them, because they are doing a jolly good job of it. Yes, there are going to be some setbacks, there are going to be some problems. For those things, they can always come to counselings or for advice to professionals. So that is one book, Parenting the Natural Way. And the other thing which is really taking up my mind, and I'm trying to do it simultaneously, is about relationships. Many problems are of relationships issues, and especially what I see, relationships with the self has gone just haywire. Nobody is happy because they are not in good relationships with their own self. So what I feel is it's all about you. The book I want to write about is it's all about you. It's about elevating, motivating, inspiring, being happy yourself so that you can foster better relationships. So these are two things which are in my mind, and I hope
Awesome.
I finish them and I'm with you the next time you're there. Thank you so much, Hari sir.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much. Wow. With that, we conclude our showcase. We have overshot time, but I think every minute was worth it. And I just want to tell people out here, in case somebody needs any help in terms of actually writing, structuring, I can do a little webinar for all of you. And we can even take help of published authors who are there. They can share their insights about it. So just let me know if you need any help there in terms of how to structure and get started. So maybe I can just help you out with that. Three things before we close. One is big thank you to Parul Tripathi for being such an amazing host, as always. And she is always part of our conclave. She's a great learner. She's a wonderful trainer herself. I hope she authors a book now, and she has a title which she can message me by evening, I hope. So she can get started on that journey.
Gotten enough motivation. By the evening, will I be able to send the title or not? That I'm not sure of.
Yeah, so please try and do that. Put your thoughts together. So, and I really want to inspire more and more people to read and more people to write. It's just one of the most amazing skills that you can ever possess in life. It's beautiful. Second is, of course, want to hear from all of you. How was, very quickly in 5 minutes, how was the experience? How was the author conclave? What else you think we can do together? And third, of course, we have to end with a wonderful picture of all of us. So some of them have left, but that's fine. But whoever is, maybe we'll take the picture first. I can request all of you to come on camera. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody not on camera? I don't see Anand. Anand, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, if you can come on camera, whoever is there, please come on camera so we can please smile, look happy. Please don't look stressed on a Sunday afternoon. I know your lunch is delayed. So here we go. 1, 2, yeah. Subhashi, if you can adjust your camera a little bit. I can't see you clearly. Hi, Vidya. Good to see you.
Hi, sir.
So please smile. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. Right. Now, for some very quick sound bites on how was the experience of the conclave. The first time we organized it. And then I will share one sentence about how I felt about the whole thing. So over to you guys.
It was wonderful, Harry. Wonderful. It was such a great initiative, and it will actually help a lot of people to come forward and write new books. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I'll share. I think it was fantastic initiative, and something, that I realized almost everyone had different idea, and there is so much to share from everybody. So it's like learning from each other through book. So it's a great initiative.
Thank you. Yes, Dr. Sona.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think it was wonderful. It was very motivating for me that there are so many such intelligent people out there writing and doing such a good job, and I can do it too. So thank you, all role models for me. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful session, sir.
Thank you.
Hari, for the first time in life, in all these life, I'll be turning 55, never had a pride feeling sitting amongst authors. We've always been among trainers and facilitators.
Yes.
But you created this opportunity. So thank you so much. And that escape model is definitely worthy of it. And I think the one sentence that you said, that there is no limit of knowing yourself and getting to explore yourself, I think that's going to stay with us forever. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ajay.
Thank you, everybody. And wishing everyone a very happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes. Anybody else? Quick soundbite.
Great initiative.
Yes, Amit sir. Thank you.
Really amazed to attend.
Brilliant initiative, Hari sir. Thank you so much for bringing this all of us together. And as Mr. Ajay said, like, to be amongst authors, it's such a wonderful feeling. And everybody has got to learn that we all had that inhibitions of writing a book and those hesitations. And then once you go ahead and do it, and then like you feel so proud of yourself. It's not for others or earning millions or something, but it's something about a part of yourself and your experience that you put out for the world to read and see and learn from it. So thank you so much for this.
Absolutely. Thank you. I think from, yes, Nalini.
It was wonderful, beautiful, motivational session for people like me who just wanted to talk. Now I had to work on my lower limb also and I start writing. So I'm in gratitude for all of you, and my biggest thanks goes to you, Hari sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so very much.
So I request all of you, don't be lazy to write. Just get onto your laptop, put down your thoughts, be a blogger, start a blog site, post articles on LinkedIn, or put out short posts on LinkedIn, whatever works for you. But please write, keep on writing. Don't keep your thoughts to yourself. Yes, we are all overburdened by content overload. It's okay. Let it still go out. Flow with the words. No problem. Somebody will read it. Somebody will benefit. Let's not bother about how many people read it or how many people benefit. You can impact a couple of lives. Good enough. on a daily basis. That's great. I just want to say that I'm so grateful to all of you for supporting this initiative, and so many authors coming forward and saying that, I want to share what I have written. Authors always like to share what they have written, and I think that's absolutely justified. Yeah, and we should do that. I think Guy Kawasaki said this: if you have an idea, don't keep it to yourself. Put it out into the world. You have no business to keep that idea only to yourself. So put it out into the world, let others also benefit from it. And I think amongst all the so many conclaves that you have organized, and each one has been beautiful in its own way, this has been one of the most intellectually enriching conclaves that we have ever conducted. Because simply the spread of ideas, books on parenting, on success, on happiness. I'm very intrigued to read your book on titled as Pakistan, the one that you have written, Sharma sir. I'll check it out on Amazon. And it's an incredible, it was an incredible experience for me as HSSE to host this conclave. If anybody wants to have the last word, please go ahead. Otherwise, it's done for the day. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, Hari bhai, GK here.
Yes, GK sir. Boliye sir.
So happy afternoon to everyone, and a big thank you to Hariharan sir for bringing all these new initiatives and making people meet each other. Zoom has helped us a lot to connect better, and yes, definitely in Hari's own words, it's always amazing, and whenever Hari sir takes any initiative, I try to be a part of it.
Thank
It
you,
is
GK
just
sir.
that spirit to support, when somebody is doing something big like that in the benefit. And I really liked the theme of this year, giving. It's such a wonderful thought, that speaks volumes about the person and people who are associated to be a part of that kind of a thing. So that's my learning, that, you can create, and I'm definitely going to implement in one of my business model and in my community.
Thank you,
Coffee
GK
is
sir.
very easy. And to do that, you have to be associated with people like Hari.
Thank you.
So that's the one thing. It was wonderful. I would definitely like to connect to Amit ji, Devashi, or what was her name, and few other people whose name I have noted down. With due respect to all the other people, I had an immediate call that I had to attend. So I missed the presentation of some of you, but it will be always an honor to be a part of this meeting whenever it gets created next time. Thank you so much. Very well articulated, on time, on dot, very well planned. And a big thanks to all the members for getting connected, and big thanks once again to the host as well, Mr. Hariharan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful initiative. Karte rahiye, sir. Badhte rahiye. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hari sir,
Yes.
I have a suggestion. So many of us are here and we want to be connected with each other and we want to be in touch with each other. So we should plan something wherein we all get to meet. I'm sure everybody is based out of different